grooves for the blood vessels. That's floor, anterior fossa, middle fossa, posterior fossa. And here I have the crista galli of the ethmoid bone. This in each side I have the cribriform plate of the ethmoid bone. The holes themselves in the cribriform plate called olfactory foramen. This is the lesser wing. At the origin of the lesser wing we have two holes. Those are optic canals. Your eyes here, not there.
I was looking back and forth.
This is the greater wing. We have three holes in the greater wing: rotundum, ovale, spinosum. Rotundum, ovale, spinosum. That's the body. Between the optic canals, I have this groove called chiasmatic groove. This bump right here, posterior to the groove, is called trabeculum sella. This fossa is called hypophyseal fossa. This one is called dorsum sella. This area of the temporal bone called petrous region. At the tip of the petrous region I have a hole here called foramen lacerum. Foramen lacerum. This is the foramen magnum. This is the jugular foramen. Jugular foramen. This is the internal acoustic meatus.
Internal
Acoustic meatus. On each side of the foramen magnum here I have two canals called hypoglossal canals. In the back here I have the internal occipital protuberance, and those are transverse grooves. Internal occipital protuberance, transverse grooves. In the back right here I have external occipital protuberance, and between the external occipital protuberance and the foramen magnum I have the crest, occipital crest.
The crest?
From the protuberance you have two lines going like that, 1 and 2. Those are called superior nuchal line. I also have another two in here, inferior nuchal line. Those are the occipital condyle. Under each condyle you have the hypoglossal canal. Those are not hypoglossal canal. Those are called condylar canals. Okay, behind it. So don't confuse. In here I have the mastoid process, the styloid process. Between them I have a foramen, stylomastoid foramen.
Can you show that over here?
This is the mandibular fossa, where the mandibular condyle fits in. Okay? On the side, this is the zygomatic arch. Two things they make it. Zygomatic process of the temporal process of the zygomatic. That's the squama, and that's the suture. This is the external acoustic meatus, and the front supraorbital margin. This is supraorbital notch, but this is supraorbital foramen. That's the orbit, and the orbit, when you look at it, there is holes. This is optic canal. This is the optic canal. Can you see it?
Can you see it?
That's the optic canal. This is the superior orbital fissure. This is the inferior orbital fissure. Okay? That's the metopic suture. This is the nasal bone. Here I have lacrimal fossa. That's the lacrimal canal. This is lacrimal fossa. That's lacrimal bone, lacrimal fossa, lacrimal canal. And the frontal bone here, this area also I have a fossa. That's lacrimal fossa. Lacrimal fossa. So the fossa and the frontal bone has the lacrimal
Gland.
and the fossa, and the lacrimal bone has the
Lacrimal canal.
sac.
Sac.
Okay? Okay, that's the nasal cavity, that's the nasal septum. Okay, the upper portion right here of the nasal septum, it's made from the perpendicular plate of the ethmoid bone. The lower one here is the vomer bone. Okay, perpendicular plate of the ethmoid, and here vomer bone. This is alveolar margin. Those are alveoli, so where the teeth goes in. Between the teeth here, there is a little tiny protrusion processes called alveolar processes. This is the hard palate. From here to here, that's the palatine process of the maxillary bone. This is the palatine bone. Those here are called pterygoid plate. I have medial pterygoid plate, lateral pterygoid plate, medial and lateral. At the end here, see that little pokey stuff? That pokey one is the pterygoid process.
Where are those? What bone?
That's the sphenoid bone. Okay, this is the inferior concha, this is the middle, and up there is the,
Superior.
okay, this is the middle, and this is inferior, middle, and superior. That's it. Don't hand me those.
It's okay, we're done now.
We'll study typical vertebra. What would we find? A body. Okay, we'll find a body. Going out of the body to the posterior, this area called pedicle. Okay, the pedicle connects to the lamella.